I'm Susan. I'm a security and safety specialist for the Kokomo-Howard County Public Libraries, and this is an episode of Turn the Page. Today I'm going to share with you an excerpt from the book Stiff, The Curious Lives of Human Cadavers, written by Roach. This book is a look into the contributions that cadavers have made to science and society over the past 2,000 years. Whether it be as a human crash test dummy or plummeting 30,000 feet from a moving airplane, cadavers have proven to be an invaluable research tool, especially since it is widely frowned upon using live human beings for these types of experiments. So while this book may be somewhat irreverent and sometimes humorous at times, it still treats death with the dignity and respect that it deserves. The human head is the same approximate size and weight as a roaster chicken. I have never before had occasion to make the comparison, for never before have I seen a head in a roasting pan. But here are 40 of them, one per pan, resting face up on what looks to be a small pet food bowl. The heads are for plastic surgeons, 2 per head, to practice on. I'm observing a facial anatomy and facelift refresher course sponsored by the Southern University Medical Center and led by half a dozen of America's most sought-after facelifters. The heads have been put in roasting pans, which are the disposable aluminum variety, kind of like what you use for Thanksgiving, for the same reason chickens are put in roasting pans, to catch the drippings. Surgery, even surgery upon the dead, is a tidy, orderly affair. 40 folding utility tables have been draped in lavender plastic cloths, and a roasting pan is centered on each. Skin hooks and retractors are set out with the pleasing precision of restaurant cutlery. The whole thing has the look of a catered reception. I mentioned to the young job who it was to set up the seminar this morning that the lavender tablecloth she's put on the table gives the rooms a cheery sort of Easter party feeling. Her name is Teresa. She replies that lavender was chosen because of its soothing, calming effect. It surprises me to hear that men and women who spend their days pruning eyelids and vacuuming fat would require anything in the way of soothing, but severed heads can be upsetting, even to professionals, especially fresh ones. And fresh ones, I mean ones that are unembalmed. The 40 heads are from people who have died in the past few days, and as such, look very much like the way they looked when they were still alive. For the moment, you can't see the faces. They've been draped with white cloths, pending the arrival of the surgeons. When you first enter the room, you see only the tops of their heads, which are shaved down to the stubble. You could be looking at rows of old men reclining in barber chairs with hot towels on their faces. The situation only starts to become dire when you make your way down the rows. Now you see stumps, and the stumps are not covered. They are bloody and rough. I was picturing something cleanly sliced, like the edge of a deli ham. I look at the heads and I look at the lavender tablecloths. Just strange, very, very strange. They are also very short, these stumps. If it were my job to cut the heads off, I would leave the neck and cap the gore somehow. These heads appear to have been lopped off just below the chin, as if the cadaver had been wearing a turtleneck, and the decapitator hadn't wished to damage the fabric. I find myself wondering whose handiwork this is. Teresa, she is distributing dissection guides to the tables, humming quietly as she works. Who cuts off the heads? So if you are intrigued or curious about the stories of the other cadavers in this book, come into one of the Kokomo-Howard County Public Libraries and find a copy of Stiff, The Curious Lives of Human Cadavers, written by Roach, and check it out, literally.